Hello everybody, this is Sonya. Now I have the fan on, so I'm hoping that this is not going to make too much noise in the background because I need to stay cool. Now I showed these the other day that I was making, and then I was putting them onto a bigger flower. So Tundra said, could I please show you how I made these, so that they can go like that. Now it's very easy, but I'll show you how, because I think it is. If people need to learn, they need to learn to know, don't they? So let's let's try this one first, and then I can show you some more. This is what I've actually done previously with these sort of ones that I did the other day. I put beads around the edge of them. I think Tundra wanted to know how to make these little ones, but I'll show you how to make these as well, because these are some that I pull apart flowers and put them back together, sort of. Not the way they come apart though. Don't know if I've got one here somewhere that I've taken. Oh, that's one. That's part of what I've sewn and part of a flower, and these lace ones. So let's just have a go, and we'll make some of these. Well, one or two of these little ones. Now, to get the size, when you've got something that's only thin, you don't need a lot for the gather. So when I first start off, I usually I don't cut it. I'm sorry, I'm in the lone light there. I don't cut the piece off first. So I'll show you first what I'm going to do, because then I can measure it after, and then I'll know how big to make the others. Okay. I hope I introduced myself, because I don't remember. I probably did. I just say it automatically, don't I? So you don't want to do too big of stitches across the bottom. You go to the bottom and come up for about, excuse me, a tiny little bit. I don't know what that tiny little bit is. I really, you know, like a milli made them, little milli things, tiny little ones. Okay, I use both sometimes. Just pulling the thread off that. Now this is actually a piece of ribbon fabric, right, that I bought a whole heap of. But you can just use a piece of fabric, any sort that you like. You can use the ribbon if you want to do this, because I do them in ribbon as well. But this is just a little gathered flower. But you want to go along here and make small stitches. Don't make them too big. And just gather this up, and then you look at it and you go, well, that's not quite right, so I'm going to go a bit further now. You want to go a bit further, because it depends on the width of your piece of ribbon or fabric, how big it's going to be. So when I'm first, like I said, when I first do it, I like to measure it, and that's still not right because it's curling up on the ends, and I don't want that to happen, so I'm going to go a bit further. Now, pull it again. Now see, that's laying a lot flatter, but I still need to have it going around flat all the way. So I'm going to do one more stitch, because I have to join this, and that'll take a little bit off it. Alright? We have to join them, so that'll take a bit off it. So now, I'm going to just undo it like this, carefully. We've stitched along, and we're just going to measure it, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4 inches. That piece of material. I wonder if this is going to, oh look, that's just enough to make another one. There you go. So that's the idea, how you do it, because you've got all different widths of, you know, fabric, ribbon, and it just depends what you have to use. So now you're going to pull it up as best you can. Don't pull it too tight, you'll break your cotton. Pull it up as reasonably tight and get hold of it and hang on there. And you want to go in here and join these pieces, these two up here. So these two, it's the beginning and the end of the piece. And you just want to put a couple of little stitches here to hold this first gather. You don't want it to get away. Alright. Now you can make all sizes now with this, with the idea, all sizes. There's so many different ways you can make flowers. It's really good and interesting. Now I must say I failed a tiny bit because my two sides don't quite meet up there, which is might be okay. I'll see if I can do something about that. Now you want to come back down there because you don't want a piece of just, you know, one stitch or two, because you do not want that hanging over the edge, that piece of cotton. Righto? You don't want that hanging over your edge. Now we had a clean up in the room yesterday. I was so excited. I thought, I couldn't believe when my daughter rang up and said, Mum, do you want me to help you do the room? That was on Friday, and I said, oh, I can't do it today, Peg, I'm a bit busy. And she said she'll come around on Saturday, and she did, and they did it, and I'm so pleased with it too. I really am. Got a few things in boxes on the floor that I'm going to look through, and then they can put them, Jeremy will put them back up for me. So then you just flatten that out nicely. So I found things. These. Now must have been using a fair few of these. These are little felt squares. They're not, they're circles. They're felt circles, Sonya. Or, yeah, circle, ovally, it's a circle. So you can use that underneath. Now you see I just snipped that bit off the top there of that. So I just cut that there because I wanted to make it level. And you sit it like that. Still see that bit sticking up over the top. Just don't cut your cotton. Right. If you don't cut your cotton, you'll probably be right. Now you want to keep it flat like that. And on the back, we can put one of these because we'll keep this little one like it is. Okay? We won't add it to a bigger flower. Because if you're adding it to a bigger flower, you don't need this piece on the bottom. That piece is to have a finished off look to it. Okay? That's why you got the back bit to work on. It gives you a surface for that. You can do it with a piece of paper. Cut out circles of paper with your punches or whatever. Any shape. It doesn't matter. Make squares. Put on the back of them. I don't know. Have I put anything on the back of these? I don't think so. Haven't got round to that yet. That one's got it. These ones here have got the felt circles on. They're the... I thought they were the bigger ones, but they're not. And see, these are made exactly the same way. And that's just gathered up and got that bit in the middle. I would put that in there if I thought I wanted something high, but I don't. I want them to stay as flat as they can be. So now that I've got this bit done, I just need to find the flowers. So I have these little velvet ones. Now if you can't find anything like this, there's lots of other flowers you can get, ways you can get flowers. You can buy them on little long bits. Where's a bit of flower and a bit of long bit? When I say long pieces, you can buy them on little strands like fabric ones that look good. Okay. I keep hitting that thing, don't I? All the time I keep hitting it. I wonder where I put those little flowers. Well, there you go. But you know, you've seen them a little, and I've got some of these that were sent to me in a packet, and you could use that, but wouldn't use it on there because it's the wrong colour. You could probably put it on there if you wanted to make it that sort. So, but on here first I want to put a flower, and I have 2 big jars behind me, plus all these here that I acquired when I went to, I got these as opportunity shops one day, Vinnie's or somewhere. Oh, look, well somebody gave them to me. They were $4 a packet. I've got packets here everywhere. I love to work with these sort of things. Now this is not exactly the same as what I use there, because what I use there is, so here's a little trim that you can, no, there you go. You can get that sort of trim for flowers. So I used on this, if I can find a piece here to pull apart, show you how, because I might have already pulled them apart. Sometimes I do a bit, getting them pulling them to pieces. But see, I buy them if they're nice and clean. But that's what I've used on, where did it go? This here one, except that was a different shape, right? I've just gone in here and I've got a piece of really nice flower. I can't find one of now. Of course, that'd be the way, wouldn't it? You can sort of get the idea. This one's a bit smaller, but it's still too big to put in there, I think. See, there's a little flower in there, little paper sort of fabric-ish looking. But I use these too. I pull them off of bigger flowers and I just put them back together again in a different manner. And I find that really fun to do. So if if you can get some of the, wherever you go to shopping at, it's a good deal, because then you can just use them and because I think I've pulled all these apart too. I actually carried away and pulled them all apart so I could put them in here, and I threw the rest away that I did not need, because I thought a big bowl full was 2 big bowls full. Plus I got some here in boxes, so I don't need them. Well, I'll have to give you some idea though. So we're just going to put the fan blowing all these away for me. I'm going to put this paper one, I suppose, today on it, because I can't find one little enough for there. And then I want to put on one of these, and these are a good bit. There's a little bit bigger than the one I've got in the middle of there too, isn't he? It might be a bit too big. I'm going to get a pink one off here. I acquired these a long time ago at one of the shops, because this real nice lady that worked there said she had some flowers out the back, and they were all velvet, little old-fashioned velvet flowers. I've been using them now and using them and using them. I just want to test this to see if it's going to fit in there, and if that's going to go on there like that. Do I like that all right? Yeah, I think that looks all right. I don't know if I've got a different colour. I could use, see, I've got some little tinier ones as well. But you want to make sure he's not out of proportion when you put it in there. I'll get a different colour, Sonya. Give me a different colour one. Here's the pot with the stuff in. Get some of these in. Here we go. These got little black centres, but that doesn't matter, does it? I never set the timer on this either. That's right, Sonya, you never do set the timer, do you? Maybe I'll just set it, and when half an hour's up, we'll stop, because I don't know how long I've been on here. Okay, so we need this bit. Did that blow away again, that piece? What do I do with it? I'll put it in here. This is not good. I'm always looking for something. I've lost something on the table all the time. I'm losing something on the table all the time, It was in this packet, weren't they? There it is. It flew over there a bit. Do I like that in there? Oh, I might do. Hang on, come back. Actually, the piece out of the middle's gone now. It fell out. This thing keeps... Come here. I wonder what I have a heap of these, didn't I, in this? Where'd they all go? Oh dear, we'll find them later. So if I put that on there, I'm going to have to put some sort of thing in the middle, because that's not going to work without something in the centre. I might just put this pink one on there, eh? So I'll make a hole in this. I don't believe that. I'm thinking to myself, careful, Sonya. Just stuck it in my finger. I'm in the wars lately. The cat got me. There. I don't know what happened to my arm, but something got me. Yeah, your poor old skin, when you get old skin, doesn't heal very. I'm not sticking that in there again. That hurt. Well, how am I going to make a hole? This is a tough piece of flour. It's a tough piece of flour. Oh, I hope that fan's not making too much noise, because I don't really feel like I need to do these again. I've got so much to do this morning. If you get behind you when you're doing something else. Now that was not necessary, because I can't get that through there now because of the thing, but I do have to leave that on because it's got a little stamen in the middle and it needs that to be there. So I'm going to put a bit of glue around this, and I'm hoping this little pot here will come out, because you know what? I got it ready earlier. I did. I made sure it was coming out before I... Oh yeah, there, look, it worked. All good. It's working. So I'll put some round on its little petal-y things on the inside here, because it's all bent and twisted, and we'll fix that. We'll straighten it out. I'll straighten it out. Here we go. Working there. Is it gluing? Yes, it's gluing. Right, so now I'm going to have to cut this thing off the back further, and I shouldn't do that with my good scissors because these are all of them covered in glue, so I just leave a little tiny tail on there, and then I'm going to sit that on there. I might use a bit bigger glue pot this time because we've got... that on there like that, glue strands off it, and that's how you make the dear little flowers. And that one I won't put on, but I do like it on the lace. I do think they look good on the lace, although that bit of lace one might be a little bit too big for it. About this one here, that looks nice, doesn't it? So it's up to you what you want to put underneath it or how you want to build it up. These ones here that I'm making are really just done with these papers. Oh no, that one there's got a flower in it. See, that's got a flower petal in there. So you just get one of the, and these are flower petals, and I'm just going to pull them apart. They're khaki old glue on them, but that doesn't worry me. It can come off, that'll come off. Need a bit bigger flower than that. And I have a whole heap cut out as well. I do. But I don't know if I'm going to dive into that one just yet. I'm going to just leave that for the time being. Don't need blue or that. Oh, these are nice. So you get just in packets, they're half made for you. Half done. I wonder where the rest of that them little ones got to. They must have blew away or got them in a bag somewhere. Okay. So this here is made the same way. That's got gathered lace around the back. It's got a piece of the flower petal like one I just here, that in there off one of the fabric flowers, because this is a fabric thing here that you end up with. And then it's got another piece, it's got the little one in the middle. This one here I'll make with a bit bigger flower, a bit bigger thing. It's purple, isn't it? It's got glue all over it. That looks pretty, I like that. And then I can put in something else. This is a velvet one I did. I wanted to see how they worked, and it didn't turn out too bad. These are something that I bought, and these were little like a dangly down things, and they got little flower shapes inside them. Dangly down things, well, I don't know. They were like a little tassel, but see, they got nice little, see, there's nice little petals and that on that. You could make one, but that'd be taking you a bit of a while, and you wouldn't be very happy with it if it took too long, eh? I know I wouldn't be. And the things that you put in the centre. Okay. Sonya, did you leave all them out there in the lounge room? I was working with the... Oh no, here we go. Look. Keep losing this. I'm losing it over there. It's not that far away at all, is it? And then you just get a little flat back pearl or whatever you want to and put in the centre of those. Now, I'm not sticking it yet because I don't know if I'm sure till I have a look. Maybe a white one might look better. There's a nice little button. Sometimes the little buttons work. With the white in there. No. Well, that's what I'll do. I'll just audition them until I get the right thing, and that's what I do all the time anyway. That's how I get it right. You just have to keep looking until you've got it right. Okay. What was I using before? That. Yes. Maybe I want this to go a bit lighter. And then have that in there. No, it doesn't look quite what I'm needing. Putting the greeny colours is good. This is sort of like a greeny colour. They look nice behind something. Where's the ones I've done? The green petal, they're all the same size, these. Wait a minute. See, this one here's got a really bright green petal behind it, and that looks really cool. I think so. These ones are lighter. These are all lighter colours, and I think they look really good. That one. So if you go with the greener things, or the... They don't look too bad either, does it? You got to be prepared to be adventurous, you know, and it is nice to have a... Well, that looks really cool. I like that. Do you reckon? Or does it need a bit of bling? Probably needs a bit of bling. That's an issue. Well, here's a little bit of the flower that I used before on the other one. Here's a little bit of the flower. So now, this is just a crafting with me, isn't it? Playing with the bits and pieces. Right, so this was the same as these. See? That's that little one there. And that was a thing with a lot of petals on it, and I just pulled it apart and got the petals out what I wanted to use. Now, I'll try and make this thing here how I want it to look. No, that doesn't work on there at all, does it? Let me see. I don't think that works either. Nope, actually the best one I found so far is that. Maybe I should change the middle. It's only just sitting in there. Maybe I could change the centre. What would I put in the centre? No, I don't know about that. How about a button? It's not helping. Maybe I'm not quite right for that. Maybe that's not quite right. How about this one? This is just a thin piece of material that I tore and put that on there. So, and these, like I said, these are little flowers like you can buy and you put them in the centre of these. And this is a really good fun, and I really like doing this. I'm not showing you anything exciting though, so maybe I should show you how to make something else. I wish I could find some of those so I can put one of those together. I'll have a look. That's a bit bigger, but not enough. It's a purpley colour, isn't it? No, that's not right. I've got in here. They look good. I like them. Now you can see that these were once flowers. Yeah, petals all blown all over the place. They were once flowers. But I needed to make them into my sort of style of doing. So these here, I do really love these ones. These are beautiful colour. And they're fabric, and I've just taken these apart and I've got that bit there, and then I can put on a green piece, I think. And then we'll have, look at that, I love the edges on that. That's cool, isn't it? Do we need to have that bigger one? I don't think so. How about we put it on there, or underneath? You can't really see it. Let's go with this one underneath the green. I was after the purple, wasn't I? Purpley colour. This is a bit bright. Went too far that way. Went too far that way. I could put that bit of green on. Come here, that leaf's only bent and it's not torn off there. Come here. Righto. about that there. Put that in. Right. You can change your mind, you know, it's alright. What am I going to put in? This little thing here might look good on that. But see, the thing is too, I like to make the small pieces because then you can just add them on. If I go using them all, I won't be able to add them on. Will I? So anyway, you just can go and play and make some nice little flowers. It's really easy. You just add another one, and I have a lot of these flat back things here, so I'm able to use them. I bought them years ago, and it's just that everything went round in a circle, didn't it? We never used to use some things, but now we do. This one here, I really like how I did that. It would just come out because of the way that the material was, or the bit of lace. Okay, so I still haven't made one to show you, have I, how I put it together, but I think you can see how they're going together, all the ones I've got here on the table to look at. Right, there's a nice bright piece, but are we game to do that? I don't think so. As I said, something in the way of that line, but I don't think I like that darker colour on it. Dark flowers are really pretty though, I mean, I'm not saying they're not, I just need to keep it on the thing that I'm looking for, don't I? That looks nice, but I'm going to change it to white, aren't I? Or a creamy colour or something, because that looks pretty. I've just got a few bits and pieces here. I bought those years ago. Years and years ago I got them. Now all you lot come back here to me. It's all running away now because of the fan. So we'll put lots of glue on and we'll stick that there. You don't have to worry about putting anything on the back of that if you don't want to, because it's only going to be connected to something else. Right, Sonya, which other one did you have? This one here, I think. And a bit of glue. You don't necessarily need to put it out on the petal parts, because you want it to be able to look lifted up a bit, if you know what I mean. I'm going to let it lift up a tiny bit. There we go. Got lots of glue there. Yeah, I'll make sure I get the right one of these. Oh, let's put that in there, eh? I think the white one does look good. There you go, see? Isn't it cool? I think they are. I really do. I really like them. See, they're really pretty, and then they're not very deep. You can put them in your journals. Or make a hairband or something and put them on them. These things look really good on them, these ones here. Where did I put that flower that I just did? Oh, it's in front of me. So there's another purple one. And green one. And then I've still got all those. So I make these ones as well with just the things on them. How long have I got? I don't think. I suppose I could make one of those and show you, because it's something we need to do. We need to look at some things, don't we? We've actually got a heap in this box here. Must get on with that then. I'll put these back in. I'll show you these others. I've actually got ones that are made with glue on that. They're lace, so they're just made the same way. I'll show you the ones that I do on the doily. Where's that? Those are the ones with the doilies on here. These ones. I'm going to show you those ones. I've only got one today. I think I've got rid of them. I've either sold them or give them away. The rest of them had heaps. I'll put this back in the box after. Put that over there, so we can make one of these, because we do have a lot of these round bits, a lot of round bits, and you need some fabric that you feel that you like. And I have a big box here of stuff that I got my daughter to leave down here for me to look at and play with or whatever today. So then I'll put it back up later. I might have a piece of this. I don't know what to gather this around. I don't know what I'm looking for today. don't. No bees. I've got a lot of choices here. A lot of choices. I like this little pink one. It's really pretty. Now, you want to make a suffle first, a suffle puff, because that's what this is. So you work out now how big a puff you want. So you need a piece of one of these, a circle of stuff, because you're putting it on to that. I like the size of these, good size those are. And you can have whatever colour you like, of course. I do love that there, but what part will come out on the top? Well, I suppose a bit of everything will. I might just make one out of this to show you. So we need a circle, but we need it to be less than this, right? So you want it to be less than that, so what I usually do is get the basic size of that. I'll just get a drink of water, and it'll be a quick run along on how to put this together. So I need a circle. I can use my tape. Because that's about right, isn't it? Look at that. It's bigger, and only just, because you're going to be folding it over, so therefore you'll be taking it in, and that way it'll probably be what you need. Make a circle. To use your tape thing, it's really good. You can trace around that real easy. I always tip the water out and don't drink it. I'm going to go just to the other side of this by a fraction. Not too far. But just keep it round, because I'm going to turn it over, and that will make it smaller still. But you need it to go. So if you've got a smaller doily thing, because they're cut out of doilies. If you've got a smaller doily thing that you're going to put it on, you'll need to have. See, so this is a bit bigger, but because I'm going to be turning it over first and then stitching it down, it's going to come in. Then when I pull it up, it's going to go that far, so it's going to have that much sticking out the back. Well, that was quick, wasn't it, Sonya? Makes sense? Well, what we do, we'll do it and see how it looks, hey? It's easier to do something, isn't it, than to try to... Well, it's easy to explain sometimes, but sometimes it just depends. You need to watch. So this is just turned over like that. Start in the end underneath and put a knot in, and just take your cotton around here by turning it over slightly and making tiny stitches. You don't want them too big, because that will be your pleaty things that go around. When I say pleaty things, you know, it gathers that you're gathering, okay? I'd say, look, some words that come out of my mouth sometimes, I don't know. They don't make sense at all, do they? Anyway, I used to always try and stop and think before I spoke. It doesn't really work all the time. That doesn't. Oh dear. I had to get Jeremy to put some eye drops in for me the other day, and I said, "Can you put some drips in my eyes?" I hope I'm not going, whatever, Senile or something. Give it drips in my eyes, please. Oh dear. Well, it's close. Drip and drop is pretty close. They mean the same thing, don't they? One's bigger than the other, I think. I'm probably on the drip here. Oh dear. Hope everybody's having a good day, and you're all staying safe, and nobody's going out there where they're playing football and everything out there, and people are going there trying to get germs, are they? I can't understand this. I just don't understand it. There's no way I would go and be in a crowd of people like that with all these bad germs going on. People have got to realise, you know, that they say something like it's bad like the flu, but hey, if you go to a restaurant, you don't give about 20 people the flu if you've got it, do you? I mean, you can kill a lot of them if you've got that. No, that's not a very nice thing to say. And I'm not turning my video off. You understand what I'm talking about, don't you? I've been people saying that it's the same as this and the same as that. Well, it's not. It's a vicious thing. I think I've made this too small now. I think I got too small. Yeah, so I don't think I'd like to go out there with that bad virusy thing to use. That might be alright because I can leave it so it doesn't have to pull all the way up. It doesn't have to, but we're going to put something in the middle, aren't we? See? And it'll look really cool on there. I probably measured that one, did I? But I'm not putting it on here because I like the spiky bits myself. Now, I made these a long time ago and I have a tutorial on them anyway. But, you know, to find it's not easy. I was not very good at doing filing, putting away things where I could find them. I went to learn well, I did go and do a computer course, which was really of no use whatsoever to a person because first off they started showing us the insides, and what's the good of that showing me how it works inside? That wasn't any good. So anyway, my results were, please put names and things in folders so you can find them, Sonya. Or so the teacher could too. Because I couldn't. Oh, I don't know. I'm a bit better now. I do put me things into folders, but not necessarily name them all. Anyway, I'm going to have a drink of water now because I'm going way over the top of this coughing thing I got here. I did have a lozenge in here the other day, but children was here the other day and they told me they found them for me. That was nice of them, wasn't it? It was just so they could probably have one, I think. I don't know. But never mind. We've still got some here on it. No, I don't. It doesn't matter. Give them a mouthful of water again. I'm hoping that I'm going to get this right. And it's not going to run over time because I really don't want to do that, run over the time. Rightio. Now you can either go through the back of this and stitch it onto there if you want to. I might glue it down. Hey, I might glue it down to cut that off. Now I can put a little patch behind this, but I don't think I'm going to need it unless it just depends what I'm going to do with it. Okay, I will probably though put a little thing behind there, eh? Let's put a little circle behind this. It's going to get sticky on me now. And that way, now when somebody gets it, they're going to be able to use that little piece as a guide to where to stick on something. Righto, and now we need a flower in the middle of that. Should be able to find a flower. Surely. Sonya, you want a rose, do you? I do like the roses in it, don't you? They're up there in that box. So they moved everything away from me so I couldn't reach it. And that's not true. They just put them up for me. Now I've got to get them down again. I'll try to keep it a bit tidier though. I needed something for the inside of this. And see, I put the little rose on that one. And I could just find one. I went through all this morning. I think I took them all out. Oh, here's one. But it's pink. And it hasn't got any leaves. It needs leaves with it. Leaves. I can't say that word. I'll have to practice it, won't I? At my age, I should be able to say something like that. That's a nice bit, but it's only tiny. Oh, I do like those. Sonya, just put it down. I've only got a few minutes, I think, to sort this out. Oh dear. I can see the big pot sitting up there with them in, but I'll have to. Well, this purple. It's a wee purpley one, isn't it? Because I do like the roses on them. It gives it a sort of vintage style look, I reckon. That's not bad. Blue. I can't reach that. What about that? I don't think the pink will do it justice, because I could pull the thing off the back of there, but I don't want to. That one there looks good. Does it or not? Maybe that's not a winning one either. Really? Now I'm stuck. These are cute. These things, they come out of another flower and insides. Oh, there's a butterfly, that won't work on there. Anyway, what colour would I put on it if I found one? I can pull that off there, put that on there, and then stick that on top of it. I think I need the pink one, don't you? Righto, so we're going to put some glue on here. Put that across this way, because that's what way the thing's going. Opening. I'm going to put the glue on the thing itself. Try not to pick it up with it, and it's going to happen, isn't it? Don't touch it, Sonya. I know, I can't get away from it. It's grabbed me. It's grabbed me. I'll hold that down. So there you go. I think that looks really cool. It's a retro sort of thingy. Vintage style. Interesting. That's nice too. I like this one better. There we go. So that's how you make those. And like I said, these ones here are made by gathering up like I showed you, and then just measure it, and then keep that written down if you want to, so you don't have to keep doing that every time you wanted to have a go at doing them. So anyway, thank you everybody for watching, and I'll be talking to you later. Everybody stay safe. Bye bye.